Friday Live with Dr. Natalie. I'm trying to simulcast Instagram and Facebook, so we'll see how this is going to go, because I still haven't purchased software to do this or whatever. I just have my phone on one side and my iPad on the other, so that's how Dr. Natalie rolls in her technology capabilities, just so you are aware. But it's Friday Live with Dr. Natalie. I just want to first thank all of the people that joined me over the summer for my free workshops. It was such a joy. Like, I love teaching, and I really love it when it's small, intimate groups, when people can bring their personal experiences that are related to whatever the subject matter is that we're talking about, and that I really, really get a chance to individually talk to people about how to use some of the skills that I'm teaching in their life. Like, that's just amazing to me. And I'm going to do it again for free yet again. This time it's going to be for a week-long masterclass. And the subject matter that I'll go through is the very subject matter that's in my online courses, that is part of my packages for group coaching and community support. So this is self-awareness, self-compassion, self-care, all the selfies, learning to really recognize where these patterns of behavior come from culture, like where social conditioning is a piece of why you do patterned behaviors that aren't working for you anymore. That's the fourth in the series. And then the last is called The New You. But essentially, all of the first four are creating different facets of what you need to have a growth mindset, to be in a place where you are doing your life differently. Like, you're not waiting for the midlife crisis to show up for you to finally go in for therapy or learn a different way of being. That you are in a mindset where you're always growing. That is what this online course, the personal development course, teaches you. That is what my group coaching groups and the community support are really going to help wrap around, so that it's a valuable experience for everybody that joins us for this. So September 13th through the 17th from 12 to 1, literally 12 to 1, I'll be talking at you. I'm going to do it a little bit different. It's a Facebook group that I have on my Learn to Love Your Story Natalie M. Marr Facebook page. That is where I will be live simulcasting. I won't be doing it on Instagram. I won't be doing it on any of my other platforms. It'll be on that live. It also will not be by WebEx or Zoom or any of those kinds. You don't have to have that to get in, but you will need to be a group member in order to watch these. And here's the beauty of why I'm doing that. 12 to 1, some of us have a lunch hour. Some of us don't. Some of us don't. And I know that a lot of you are concerned if you can't September 13th through the 17th join me over your lunch hours, that you're going to miss out on all of this free material. You will not, because I will have, this group is already open. You can go and ask for an invite. You can go to learntoloveyourstory.com/masterclass, or just hit masterclass when you're on my website, and also join that way. You will be part of this group, and then you will have access from September 13th until October 3rd on all 5 of these hour-long free workshops, essentially, this free masterclass that I'm giving you. So essentially, you guys, this is a 20-week program, right? And each 4-week period, there's 5 of them, I go through one of these subject matters. September 13th through the 17th, I'm going to distill this into a 1-hour masterclass. So clearly, I'm not going to get into the detail of being able to help you personally and have workbooks and the corresponding meditations guided meditations that I use as part of the entire program. That won't be there, but I will be giving you a lesson in that subject matter that is literally what you get on our personal development online courses and in the group. So you won't want to miss this. It's a couple weeks that it's going to be live, right? It's live on the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. But then it will live there until October 3rd. So you have a period of time, if you can't join us live, that you can come back and look at it. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, because I will take it off and then you'll miss out on all of that material for free. This summer, the workshops that we went through really were helping women in midlife with some of the major areas that show up kind of as precursors to midlife crisis, or feeling like you're just laid out, like you're at the end of what you can do. So those were things like worrying, feeling overwhelmed all the time, trying to be a perfectionist way too often, not feeling good enough. Those are some of the symptoms that show up when life transition during midlife is getting tough, is getting real tough. And what I'm offering in the group coaching is an alternative to midlife crisis. Can I get an amen? Like, nobody wants to have midlife crisis, people. Nobody. You don't want to be, going through divorces, trying to figure yourself out, after your kids leave your house, trying to figure out why these millennials are taking your job, and it's so maddening to you, and you're not going the places in your career that you thought you would be by now. If these are, some of the things that are the irritants in your life, but you're noticing things like you're overworried, you're overwhelmed, you're trying to be a perfectionist, and all of that is leading to you're not feeling good enough, and you're going to hit this place where you're going to be laid out, this is the program for you. Like, if any of that sounds like something that would work for you, you need to head to learntoloveyourstory.com right now and either click on masterclass or just go to learntoloveyourstory.com/masterclass. Free masterclass rather. Sorry about that. And I have a link that I'll put in the comments here. You need this class. You need this group coaching, and you need the community support around you. And here is why community support is such a pivotal piece of making this work for you. The content that I put out is solid. 20 years of study, you guys. 16 years of sitting across the couch from people clinically. I know this stuff works, and I've watched it work. Again, this isn't therapy. This is the educational side of what I offer to therapy clients. So this is solid, high caliber clinical material that I have created, put together based on distilling all of the things that I know work best for my clients and have worked best and have shown the progress. So that's a done deal. Self-study is good for a lot of people, but it doesn't actually take it to the next level. And the next level is to share what you've learned in a community of people and to be supported and lifted up in that same community. That's the piece that you're going to get when you do the group coaching with community support. You need to be in a group of women that are experiencing similar things to you. You need to be able to tell your story of how hard this is, and not have shame come up, not have, oh my gosh, what if they don't think I'm perfect come up. You need a group of people that are wrapping around you, that you are letting yourself be authentic and show up for. This is going to make this program actually go into action for you. When it's something that you put on your to-do list for self-care and personal development, and do once a day, looking online, you will get what you need from that. But what you won't get is integrating that into different neural networks that really make the robustness of this program work for you. So I'm going to be a neuroscience nerd for a second. Essentially, when you're learning, it's activating certain centers of your brain, that you're learning that material, that you're consolidating that material, and that you're even individually using that material in your life. Okay, so the first class, self-awareness. We're going to go through what self-awareness means on September 13th as part of this masterclass in detail, but a little thumbnail sketch. These are skills of bringing things that are kind of in our unconscious or subconscious mind into our conscious mind. What does that mean? You have a brain that likes to be efficient. Some people would say lazy. I say efficient. It wants to be efficient. So it wants to put things into routine and habit as quickly as possible and leave it there. It doesn't want you to have to think through every single step of something, right? So when we learn a new skill like driving a car, right? There's a lot of parts, moving parts at many miles per hour that we're trying to put together to learn how to drive. But once our brain gets a hold of this is how that works, then it puts it into a part of our brain where it's procedural memory. It's a habit that we're not thinking through every single step. And this is how you can find yourself several miles down the highway having missed an exit because you're in another headspace, but your procedural memory totally has you driving in a safe way, right? So self-awareness, that certain skill set that we're going to be, talking about, you can learn that on self-study on my personal development program, and you can start to put some of those things in action. But when you start to share with a group of people how that's working, where it's not working, where your frustrations are, that starts to integrate it into your brain in a whole new way and make this a way more robust skill for yourself. So the way that happens is that you're integrating it into the places of your brain where you have friendships, the places of your brain where you have neural networks that tell you how to interact with people, the places of your brain that tell you how to teach people as well as learn, because you probably will be sharing in our community support groups ways in which this is working and not working for you. So that's a different part of the brain. And all of a sudden, this neural network of how to be mindful or how to have self-awareness that you're learning in the material that's on the online course becomes way more versatile within your life, way more impactful, and definitely is going to help you do midlife a different way. You do not have to hit a midlife crisis. You do not have to do this alone. That is what the Learn to Love Your Story program is all about. The group coaching with community support is the cherry on top that's actually going to put this into action in a way that you will not leave this 20-week program without really knowing how to use these skills. And you'll probably also have a new group of people that you can share that with, right? I mean, what could be better? So what you're going to see over the next couple weeks on my social media feeds and online at learntoloveyourstory.com is that I will be putting up some of the blogs I've written and some of the video logs with tips that I have on all of this subject matter over the next 2 weeks. I'll just be kind of throwing all of this out at you so that you can see what are these subjects that we're going to be really getting deep on September 13th through the 17th. Yes, I will still do my lives on Friday, and I'll probably pop in for some, here and there highs and whatnot, but I'm not making any new material. I'm just going to show you kind of what it is that this program is all about, and let you decide for yourself, is this something that I want to do? Back to the Facebook group, join it. Join it now so that you will have access to that more in-depth teaching that I'll be doing through the masterclass. So September 13th to the 17th, but you have till October 3rd, anytime you want. 3 a.m, you want to watch it, you do you. I don't care. Once it's recorded, it will live on that group site until such time as I take it down on October 3rd. And that is when we will be starting our group coaching and community support programs. You will want to be in one of these groups. They won't ever be bigger than 20 people. Hopefully they're intimate enough that you really get to know one another and be able to lift one another up around this material. And I am so excited. Like I said, thank you for everybody that participated all through the summer for my free workshops. It really invigorated me and has me super excited about how these group coaching packages the community support packages, and both the free and online course, paid for online course stuff that I have up, makes me feel like I'm putting out into the universe something that helps people do midlife differently. They don't have to do it alone. They don't have to do it. It doesn't have to be that hard. You don't have to hit a midlife crisis. You can do this better. And if you're listening to this, and you can think of any people in your life that could use this material, any of these midlife women in midlife, and this could be anywhere, it's not ages. It's the chunk of time where all these life transitions are really compounding, like piling up on top of you. If anybody you know needs this, forward them this material and let them join that group and let them have access from September 13th to October 3rd of all this great material for free. And let them decide for themselves if they want to keep following me for my free stuff, or they want to do my online self-study programs, or they want to join one of these group coaching intimate groups and really get the support that they need around building new skills to do midlife differently. All right, everybody, you have a great Labor Day weekend, last weekend of the summer. Enjoy yourself, and we will head into fall doing life different, right? I'll see you then.